Hey, y'all. We on here. It's going down tonight, y'all. We talking about personal growth. One of the biggest things, something that's very important to me, something very important to my co-host, and it is what it is. It's happening tonight. I'm waiting for my co-host to get on, and while he get on, we inviting everybody to join us. And it's going down. It's Tuesday night. Y'all know what we do, living and learning with cousins. And it is going down. Where y'all at? Let me know y'all here. Tell me hello. Let me know y'all here. Let me know who here. Hi, my family. It is going down. My co-host Champagne is getting on. And it is going down tonight. We about to talk about personal growth. Ooh. We gonna get deep with y'all tonight. Yes. Hey, Renee. Hey, Charles. It is going down tonight. Y'all know what we do on Tuesday nights. Real life, real issues, real talk. We taking life issues and we break it down for you. Why you at Chandler Regional, Renee? I'm waiting for my co-host. We always play a little music. And tonight we got a surprise for y'all. We know how y'all feel about our show, and we got a surprise for y'all tonight. It's a surprise for one of y'all. One of y'all. Let's go. Waiting for my co-host to come on. Tonight is episode 6. Living and learning with cousins. We living and we learning with all our cousins. We're all distant cousins. And all of you guys are our cousins, whether blood or not. And I'm just waiting for my co-host to come on. We always play a little music while we wait for him. We, have incorporated that. I have no rights to the music. But we definitely playing one of my favorites, New Edition, while we wait for my co-host to come on. Let's see where he at. What? Hi, Auntie Karen. Hey, Jess. Everybody coming in. Living and learning with cousins. Yes. Just waiting for my co-host. Hey, Ruth. We got a surprise for y'all tonight. Just waiting for my co-host to come on. Just waiting. We definitely want to hear the music and not the commercials. That's all right. Where you at, Champagne? We gonna get this topic started. Episode 6, personal growth. This is something I hold dear to my heart because I've grown so much over the years, y'all. And we got a lot to talk about tonight. Just inviting everybody in right now, waiting for the co-host, Champagne, to join us. I'll tell y'all a little bit for the newbies who haven't been on, who haven't experienced our episodes. We are living and loving with cousins. My cousin and I, we take topics and we break them down. We slice them and dice them. We hope that we're giving information that can help you through life, and it helps us. So we hoping it helps you too. And that's the goal. You know, we gonna do this together. We riding this life out together. We are doing this together. We are breaking down topics, everyday life topics. It's real life, real issues, real talk. We keep it real lit, which is an acronym for real life, real issues, real talk. If you guys didn't catch on to that. But I'm just waiting for my code. Hey, that was cousin. Hi, sister. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Nikki. Look at this. Who all on here? Yes. Okay. So my co-host is coming on now. That was him who called me. That caused our little break. Hi, BJ. Oh, it's been so long. I haven't talked to you in so long. So we are living and learning with cousins. We are living our everyday life, and we're learning with each other. And we take topics, and we break down the topics. And I'm just waiting for my co-host. Let me check for him because he just called me. And let me just make sure he's on here, because we definitely want him to come on in. Because we about to break this top. What we do is we take real life topics. Oh, there he goes. Let me go ahead and get him in here. Let me go here. Champagne, my cousin, Champagne. Tonight's topic, no growth. Hey, cousin. Where you at?
What up, man? Right here. Hold
In
on.
the morning. Hey, Nikki. I know, Nikki. Look at Tamika. Hi, Mika. Miss you, boo. Maybe you can come out and visit us out here one time for the one time. Look at Rhonda on tonight. You know, she usually be at work. You see that, Nate? Hi.
No.
You don't see your cousin on here, Rhonda?
No. You froze right now too. I'm gonna have to probably come back.
Okay, let me
Man, I've been
drop you off and then
yeah,
come
drop
on
me
back.
for sure.
We in Arizona, Nikki. So tonight's episode, oh, I'm sorry. We play a little music in the beginning, and I got indulged in talking to you guys. I forgot. So, living and learning with cousins. You can search our page through pages, search bar up there, and type in living, no G, learning, no G, cousin. Like our page. And what we do every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Arizona time. Hey, talk to me, cuz.
Can you wait? Somebody
I
said
can
they
hear.
can't hear it. Hold on, bro.
Can
Every
you
time I
hear?
hop
Who
on,
you
you
can't
you
hear,
start
Tamika?
freezing.
All right. So tonight's
You
topic
still
is
freezing. You still
you
freezing.
frozen? I'm frozen.
Yeah, you frozen. Hold on, let me see.
You can't hear who? Who cannot? Yeah, who can y'all not hear? Me or Champagne?
All right, I think it's better now. Can y'all hear me?
Rhonda is on here, Nikki. I can hear you, and everything is good for me. Like in
All
you, I
right.
can hear you.
So
Can you
all
hear
right,
me?
so I need our guests to let us know if they can hear us both, or if they can't hear me, or if you can't hear cousin Ruth.
Yeah, we need to know because we got to make sure y'all can hear us. Oh, you can't hear me? Rhonda says she can hear both.
Y'all remember when we thank you. Y'all remember we talked about communication? You can't just put a word like both. We don't know what you're saying. You can hear both of us. You can't hear both of us. I mean, y'all gotta give us a little more info. You know what I mean? Communicate.
Y'all remember the first episode was communication? Okay, Nikki can hear, Jessica can hear, Rhonda can hear, so we on.
So I
All
think we're
right.
good to go.
So we gonna start this episode and start it off right. Now you know
Hey,
we always start with a knowledge nugget.
you
And
already know
from
it.
the beginning of every episode, for anybody that's new, we always start with knowledge nuggets. And I'm gonna let Champagne start with the knowledge nugget tonight. Hey, Brittany.
Bye, y'all. Everybody can. Oh boy. Yo, I accidentally pressed the button. Hold on. You can hear me though?
I
I
can
think I'm
hear
good
you.
now. All right, perfect. All right, knowledge nugget of the day. All right, so I mean, this, I think sometimes the nugget is obvious. It's just the way you maybe look at it at a different angle. So, I don't think it's necessarily new, but it's something I'm gonna bring to the light real quick. Okay.
Okay.
I feel like, you know how we say different things are weird. I don't think weird should be in a dictionary. I think should take weird out the dictionary because it
Right.
really just means different. Okay. Because what's normal to you is different to someone else, and what's normal to me, then I might think you different. So who's to say who's weird or not? All I'm really saying all that to say is your mind is what shapes your perception. Okay. 12 people can look at the same thing and see 12 different things. Okay, doesn't make anyone weird, doesn't make anyone any kind of negative connotation. It just makes us all different, which God definitely made us all unique, which makes us all different. Okay,
Yes.
like I'm gonna give you an example. Let's take electricity for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, there could be some men who love electricity. There can be some men who hate electricity. I know y'all like, what the heck he talking about? Well, I'm about to tell you what I'm talking about. It's like this, right? And this is my last sentence. Maybe it's two sentences. I didn't count them, but it's my last two sentences or one sentence. Okay. Now, electricity can cook a man's dinner, but electricity can also cook a man.
mm. I
Chew
kind
on
of
that.
seen that coming because that's 100% correct. It can fry
Hmm.
you and it can fry some chicken.
Exactly. It can make me feel better or it could kill me. It all depends on how you use it. Depends on how you looking at it. Is it a tool to, feed me and make me grow, or is it a
Mm-hmm.
tool to kill me? It could be
That's
both.
deep.
It's all about your perception.
That's 100% deep.
Hmm.
Now, my knowledge nugget, and I love to connect it to the subject. I love to connect it to the subject. Okay, they can hear. They can hear. Okay, cool. Rhonda said, "Hey, Nikki." So I love to connect my knowledge nugget to the subject, and tonight's topic is about personal growth. And my knowledge nugget is, and it's very simple, but if used properly, it works amazingly, right?
Ooh, I love amazing things.
Right? Personal growth. Work on yourself each day. Take 30 minutes to yourself each day to work on you. We all have vices. That's the simplicity of it. Take 30 minutes each day. Let me repeat that to work on you. A lot of times, I think it's best to do it at the break of the day, the moment that I wake up. Um, a lot of times, we have vices and things that we battle inside that we have to work on. It has nothing to do with nobody else. It has nothing to do with my siblings, my parents, my friends, my coworkers. Like it all is me versus me. And that is the most important part of personal growth. So the nugget is 30 minutes a day, preferably at the beginning of the day. Work on you. There's many
Ooh, can I
ways
add
to
to
do.
that? Oh, my bad. Can I
Yes.
add to that?
Yes,
Yes.
cousin.
So 100%. Okay. I'm gonna touch on the reason why I should probably do it in the morning, first thing in the morning. All right. And that's because throughout the day, all right, all we're really doing is reacting. Okay.
Mm.
We're steadily getting stimuluses from the time we're driving to work and we in traffic and we're just trying to weave to get to work. And then we get to work, people, we got to do stuff. I don't know exactly what y'all do at work. You either got to deal with people or deal with some kind of work and you're just reacting. You're doing what you got to do. There's no real time to reflect on yourself and make yourself a better person. But the best time to do that, just like you said, is when the whole world is sleeping. That's the time you have for yourself.
Yes.
When the rest of the world is sleeping, that's when you have the time to work on yourself. You get those good vibes. You know what I mean? Get ready for the rest of your day. You start your day off great. Then you can go and react well with everyone instead of reacting. You know what I mean? Or having not having that time to build yourself up and get that energy where, your reactions to everyone else's stimuluses might not be as great. You know what I mean? So I think it's great to do it in the morning because, well, my bad. I was about to get into the subject, but all right, so I'm gonna stop there. But that's coming later.
Yes, we got a lot to get into this subject. We have a lot of topics to hit for this subject. You better believe it. It means so much. Wait, wait, wait. Hold on, y'all. Can you see me? Oh, okay. There you go. Hi,
Hold up,
Dion.
wait a
Hi,
minute.
Raquel. Hey,
Yo, speaking of that, my dog Teddy Adams in the building. Uncle Teddy, man, it's been a long time,
Raquel.
bro.
Hey,
Yo, Uncle Teddy, he's the original 6'6" point guard, bro.
you better believe it.
Original. That's my
And
dog. I learned
my
a lot from
sister
him.
Brittany, let's go. Let's go. I see it. Yes. You always got to take that me time because you got to work on yourself. In order to be a better person, you have to work on yourself. That's something that you just cannot do without taking that time. Because happiness, this is where people mess up. And we're going to get into the topic.
Let's
Personal
do it.
growth.
Hey,
Personal growth. Let me just start
hey.
with bullet number one. This is where people mess up in life, right? Talking about if he do this, it'll make me happy. If my children do this, it'll make me happy. If my
Uh-uh.
mom does this, it'll make me happy. Man, if
Uh-uh.
my dad was this, it'll make me happy. That's where you're
Uh-uh.
all wrong.
Oh.
Happiness is only going to come from within you. Hey, Devin.
What up,
You have to
cuz?
find happiness within yourself. I'm gonna actually use an example. Something that I learned over the years. People trying to have relationships and not finding happiness within themselves. I'm gonna say my perspective, and then I'm gonna ask Champagne what he thinks about this.
Yay.
We try to okay. Let's just go back to puberty, and then we talked about this during our sex episode, how our bodies attract to others, and with biology, the hormones that all happens. But we try to be in a relationship. Hey, Laurie, and we think that is what's going to make us happy, like finding love. What we don't realize is that actually being the best you is where you find your happiness, right? Working on you being a better you. How you gonna build something? It trips me out when people try to be in relationships, but they live at their mama house. Like, how you gonna be in a relationship and build a relationship and you ain't even got your own stability to have your own roof over your head? Like, get yourself together so that you could be a better you, so you could actually bring something to a relationship. You know what I mean? Like, something that I realized, and I did that young, and that's what I'm very vulnerable here on Living and Learning with Cousins. I'm very vulnerable because I feel like me telling you guys what I've been through can help somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was like thinking that love was the end all be all, but it became a time in my life where I realized like I was trying to give so much to a relationship and I didn't even give nothing to myself.
Mm.
Until I could be the best me. God wasn't going to let me have a husband. I have one now. Yeah, he put a ring on it. But that's because
Get him, Beyonce.
that's because God knew I was ready. He knew that I was being the best Ruth I could be. And until I could do that, there was no way I could nurture a marriage. What do you think about that, Champagne? People trying to build relationships with other people, but ain't got themselves together.
I mean, I 100% agree with you. You know, it's like if you're not happy with yourself and you get into a relationship, all you bringing is unhappiness into the relationship. Like, why do you think that just because you start a relationship, all of a sudden your happiness is going to come? That's like almost an irrational type of thinking
Hmm.
right there. You know what I mean?
That's
So like,
craziness.
yeah, I mean, it's very important to, like I said, you know, when you get into a relationship, you should have what you're gonna bring into a relationship already. I mean, it's okay to grow together though. That's a good thing, but you still gotta be bringing something positive to the relationship because you just bringing negativity, you're really just bringing that other person down. You know what I mean? Unless both of y'all down, and neither one of y'all should be with nobody. You know what I
Right.
mean? So, but yeah, I mean, you definitely have to be cool within yourself, already happy, or at least on the path of something where you can bring something to the table. You both bring something to the table, bring it together, mix it in, and grow together. Hmm.
That's right. Like, and a lot of times we learn at the hard way. Let's see, Rhonda on here. Rhonda, speaking to everybody, yeah, hey
What up,
Rhonda,
cuz?
hi Sonya, hi
Yeah,
sis.
for
I ain't
real.
seen Sonya
Sonya,
in a
that's
minute,
old school
and
right
we live
there.
in the same town. We need to get
Sonya
together.
living, Sonya live in Arizona.
Yes, and I have not been
What?
able to see her.
She used
Cause
to be singing.
Kanisha came out here and saw her and told us. I mean, she lived like in Maricopa. It's like about 45, like 50 minutes away. We need to get
Hmm.
together. Um, but Rhonda said nobody else is responsible for your happiness. You better believe it. Raquel said, "Hey, Sean. Ooh, look at my people coming on here." Raquel said, "Okay, so what if a happy? Oh, it's a question. It's a question, cousin. What if you're happy without being in a relationship? Does that mean you're ready to have one? Go ahead, cuz I already know what I'm gonna say. Go ahead and answer that for me, Champagne.
I mean, I'm gonna have to hit you with the Bible on this one.
Go on to the
Listen.
Bible. We like to go to the Bible, mind y'all.
You know what I mean? So I mean, what we're saying is if you're not happy with yourself, then you're definitely not ready to be in a relationship. But just because you're happy don't necessarily mean that you're ready for a relationship. I mean, just honestly speaking, everybody doesn't have the personality and built for relationships, just being honest. And scientifically speaking, if you just want to speak on numbers and mathematics, God didn't make as many women as he made men. There's
Yeah,
just more
that's
women in the world than there are men, period. So you know what? Just mathematically speaking, just on the top surface, every woman can't get in a relationship unless well, you want your men out there cheating because
you
there's just
said.
too many women out there, not enough men. So you know, what we're really just telling you is you need happiness within yourself to be in a relationship. But just because you're happy does not mean that you should go ahead and jump in a relationship. There's other things that are very important for you to go ahead and enjoy in a relationship besides happiness. But happiness is an important ingredient that you need. That's all we're really saying.
That's real. Like 100% correct. Like I can't really add more to that. That's what it is. Like you have to be happy within yourself, or it's actually a little bit more because it's more like being 100 percent the best you. You know, like I cannot bring anything to my marriage if I'm not the best me that I know that I could be. It took me some time, and it took me some failed relationships. Let's just touch on that because we're throwing in relationship. We talking about personal growth tonight, everybody. It looks like people coming on. Hey, Jarvis, my mama. Hey, mama.
What up, cuz? Hey, Auntie. Jervis Robinson's in the building. Maywood is coming to
What?
play tonight. Maywood is in the house. Watch your
In the
mouth.
house. Watch your.
Man.
It's going down. We talking about personal growth for everybody coming in. And the question was asked, are you ready to be in a relationship if you're happy? And Champagne was saying that don't necessarily mean that. Let's be clear. You know, you have to be ready to bring someone else into the equation. That takes a lot of hard work. That's like a full-time job. You know, I'm
Mhm.
a married woman. I have past failed relationships. I can definitely tell you it's a full-time job, and it take a lot more than you being happy to be able to make that successful, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, and if y'all have any questions, drop them. Any topics y'all want to hear us talk about, drop them. We're here every Tuesday night, living and learning with cousins. We are
Because
living and learning together, and we're sharing our journey with you guys.
what that say?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh my bad. I was trying to read Nicole Clark said I've been with my I don't know who she been with, but she been with hers for 20 years. And to deal with someone else, I don't really my bad, Nicole. I don't know what you're saying. You gotta rephrase that
I
again. You know what
think
you're
she's
saying?
saying, see, y'all got to be a little more specific so we know, because remember, it's like text messaging. Y'all know how that works. But what I think she's saying is that, hey, Latanya. So what I think she's saying is, I've been with mine for 20 years, and to deal with someone else, like she don't want to. Like I don't want to deal with someone else because I've been with this one for 20 years, so I can deal with this. You know what? And I know we on
Ooh.
personal growth, and we do try to keep it on the subject. It's kind of moving to
Mm-hmm.
relationships, and that's a
Mm-hmm.
topic that we actually will talk about in the near future. But
Mm-hmm.
um, you've been with
I,
yours for 20 years, and to deal with someone else. Well, what are you dealing with? If that's something
mm.
that you can deal with, because when it comes to relationships, if that's something that you can deal with, hey, Takesha Payne in the house. Hey, babe. That's my sis in Maywood. So
Hey.
if
Well, look, we can kind of turn that into personal growth. I mean, you've been with it for 20 years. I mean, are you happy there? Because just just because you've been there for 20 years, don't mean that you should be there. Or if you cool there, then you cool there. But I mean, comfortability is a problem. Matter of fact, let's bring in some personal growth. Like I said,
so,
comfortability is the reason why people don't grow. Why people don't personally grow because they're used and they're comfortable with being where they are. So then they scared to go ahead and go to the next level because they don't know what's over there. It's a little bit scary, but that's the only way to grow is to put yourself in uncomfortable situations. You got to learn more, which will help you to build more, which will help you to grow. So, are you there for 20 years just because you've been there? Well, that's a terrible reason. I mean, do you want to just, I mean, stand in a pile of doo doo just because you're used to it? No. How about you get out and clean yourself up and go to a higher level and smell clean? I mean, that's what I'm saying. You ain't really telling us why you're there, if it's good or bad. But I'm just saying, don't just be there just because you've been there, because maybe you need to move on. Or if it's good, then you've been there for 20 years and that's good. We just don't know really know what you're saying. They said,
right.
oh, she said yes, but to deal with someone else is hard. Yeah, but personal growth is hard. I mean, who wants to get up at 4 in the morning when everyone else is asleep? Okay, a real important quote I heard. I forgot who said it, but he said, "You got to be willing to do the things that others won't do today, so that you can have what others won't have tomorrow." So
Whew.
then, you think that's easy? No, it's gonna be hard. If it's easy, everyone's gonna do it. That means it ain't special. That means you ain't growing. If we all doing the same thing, how you growing? How you gonna grow? I mean, past what everyone else is doing. Obviously, you can't. If everyone doing it, if it's easy, it has to be hard. It has to be what others won't do. Okay? So if it's hard, and you thinking you probably should do it, then you probably should. And go ahead and get that. Go ahead and press towards the mark. Know what I mean, you work honestly, like when you're working out, if it ain't no pains, you ain't getting no gains. That's what it
You
is. If the
better
workout is easy,
believe it.
you ain't about to get stronger. You wasting your time there. Know what I mean, you got to make it harder. That way you grow and then you get used to that. And so what was hard before becomes easy. But first it got to be hard. That's how it goes. That's personal growth.
You better believe it. Hey, TT, my cousin Kenda on the line, baby. Oh, my cousin Pokey in the
Ooh, Kendra
house.
in the
I love
house.
this.
Ooh, Maywood.
Yes, Kim,
Maywood.
my coworker here. Let's go. That is 100% correct, and you hitting the nail on the head. This is what people need to hear. If you
Mm-hmm.
think that life is easy, if life is easy, then it's time to make a change. That's
Yep.
personal growth. Because
Yep.
what makes you grow is what makes you fail. Failure is growth. Believe that. Because when you still
Yep.
standing on strong 2 feet after you have failed, that means you overcame it. You persevered
Yep.
it.
Yep.
I know my voice may be deep or loud when it comes to these type of things because I feel really hard to the core, my inside down to the core, to the guts inside of me
Give them your
about
passion, girl. Give them your passion.
yes, about this subject because I know it took some burns. It took some lashes on my back. Do you think, speaking of lashes, do you think our answer, do you think we would be where we are today, where we got a podcast with y'all talking about personal growth? Huh? If our ancestors didn't go through the mud, didn't go through the things that they went through to put us in this position?
Hey.
You see what I'm saying? Like, in order to grow, you have to go. Like, imagine being drugged. Imagine somebody having your arm, right? They got your arm, they got your wrist, right? And they dragging you through the mud. I mean, it's nasty weeds, sticks cutting you up. That's how you
Mm-hmm.
grow.
Mm-hmm.
That's what make you grow. This
Yep.
life isn't peachy creamy. Y'all see me. Y'all see Champagne. Oh, they married. They living a life. They in love. You think that happened because we clicked our heels 3 times?
What? Boy, if I had to tell you my story, you'd be like, whoa.
Right. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, you know, learning equals growth. Going through the fire equals growth. And I know
Mm-hmm.
y'all heard the analogy about diamonds, but that's true in life with human beings. You got to go through some things. You think, oh, wow, Ruth has a great husband and he does this, this, and that. You think that came overnight? No, I went through some dudes taking me through some serious stuff. And I realized I came out on the other side, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't been
Mm-hmm.
through the cheating. I didn't had, a dude smack me around. I didn't had a dude uh, verbally abuse me and make me feel like I was nothing and I wasn't beautiful and I wasn't, I didn't have a brain. And if I decided to speak up for myself, they shut me down.
Mm.
I had to go through and I wouldn't change it for the world. I wouldn't change it for the world.
What made you
I
who
had
you
to
are
go through
today?
those things in order to be a better woman, to be able to treasure myself, to know what I deserve, to be able to have a successful marriage.
Exactly. So that made you really cherish your husband more. Maybe before maybe you wasn't ready for the husband that you have now because you wouldn't even know the type of love or the type of appreciation that you needed to have in order to keep a man like that that's going to treat you like that.
Exactly.
So sometimes you got to go through some things to be able to grasp or get the understanding or the type of mindset that you need in order to actually go ahead and get what you're looking for. Because sometimes you're not ready for it. Sometimes God won't bless you right now because, like you said, you ain't ready to get it. Because when you get it, you're not going to appreciate it. You're not going to take care of it. You're not going to maintain it, and then you're going to lose it anyway. So sometimes God gonna wait until you actually get those characteristics that you need, so that when you do have it, you appreciate it. You'll be able to hold on to it, and it will manifest. Okay.
That is
Now,
100% correct.
100%. Okay. Now there was my
So
bad. I was about
then,
to change the subject. You got something to say about that?
well, that's, I can get real deep with that because I
I
know
know we
that,
can.
well, let's just say that the past gave me the growth in order to be a great wife, in order to be able to open my heart to compromise, in order to be able to open my mind to hear and understand my husband's feelings, and to be able to have a successful marriage. I can guarantee you that this marriage will last forever. That's because of
Hey.
what God built me and put me through, and He drugged me through the mud. Well, they think, well, why did God do that to me? Oh, it's a reason. Oh, He's molding and shaping you for
Mm-hmm.
where He knows you need to go, right? But
100%.
um, I'm gonna move on. Hi, Rachel, my favorite neighbor in the whole wide world. You got a lot of things being said here. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Devin say there are different levels of growth. There is. There is. There's level 1, 2, 3. Believe that, because I'm
I don't
like
think it
at
stops.
level 10,
I don't
and I'm
think it
still
stops.
working.
The levels don't stop, bro. Because when you stop growing, it's like you stop living. Like you should be growing all the time. You should always be learning. Anytime you learn something new, that's gonna add to your growth because it's gonna give you a new understanding, a higher type of thinking, and that's gonna help you do things differently and hopefully more efficiently. Because like you said, when you do things and you lose, you actually win because you learn what not to do. So you don't repeat that same thing and you can maybe help someone else not do that thing because you went through it and it hurt. You can tell someone, "Nah, don't do that. You got that problem, don't do that. I did that. That hurts." That's now you're helping other people. You don't think that's growth from your pain, from you losing? You don't think that's growth? Of course it is. Okay, but you usually let me know because I got a bullet point. I want to change the subject, but you let me know when you're ready to do that.
Okay, you next. I got you on your bullet point. I want to say hi to Brittany. Hi, boo. And I wanted to say something about what Devin said. There is different levels of growth, and I agree with what Champagne said that it's ongoing. Ongoing means indefinitely.
Hmm.
If you're not
Hmm.
continuing to grow, that's a problem. If I'm
The problem,
the
right?
same person in my 40s that I was in my 20s, something's wrong.
Hmm.
And I better not be the same person in my 60s and then in my 80s because that experience, remember what we talked about earlier, being drugged through the mud and how it teaches you so much, that continues to happen through life. I asked my daddy one time, and I'm going to let Champagne do his next bullet point. I asked him one time, I was having like 3 years and it was just happening. It was just good things. Everything was great. Life was great. And I was like, Dad, and my dad like 68 right now. I may be messing that up and he might get me for telling his age. But uh, um, he said, I said, why come when things are going so great for so long, tell me why does it have to be something to come and do a riff? Like it has to be something to break down the happiness. He said, baby, that's a part of life. Life is what teaches you. Life is what helps you
Hmm.
grow. And I'll never forget
Hmm.
that. Now, we're
Hmm.
going to move on to another bullet point. Cousin Champagne. And we're going to
Booyah.
go back to y'all comments because we always is very interactive. We
Of
love y'all
course.
being involved. And I got a surprise for y'all if we can get it in.
Oh,
We're going to try to
hey.
get it in for sure. But go ahead, Champagne. What's your next bullet point, babe?
So Booyah, we was talking about you know, waking up early in the morning, because that's the best time to work on yourself, you know, to get those good endorphins going, to start your day on a positive note so that you be ready to go ahead and tackle the world, you know? So I think there's three things, three important things you need to do in the morning. Maybe even four, but definitely three things you need to do in the morning that I feel like if you did this on a regular basis and made it a habit, by the way, it takes 21 days to make a habit. You can become whatever you want to be. If you're not something and you want to be that, you do that thing for 21 days straight, it will become a part of you. It will become a norm, and you can
Be
become
strict
whatever you want to be.
on that
Okay?
20 day
That's,
habit. You want to
and,
be
that,
strict.
and that's actually called meta programming. You can meta program your own mind. Okay? You can control what is in here and make it what you want to be. You can become whoever you want to be. Okay?
You preaching
Uh,
tonight, baby. I,
now,
I
boom.
100% agree.
Hmm. So three main things you need to do when you wake up. Okay. Like I said, well, whenever you want to do your personal development, I just suggest you do it in the morning for those reasons, like I told you. Okay. Number one, you need to wake up, be thankful, thank God. Okay. Because number one, you have the opportunity, number one, to work on yourself. There's people who don't get to wake up every morning or the morning you woke up. Some people don't have that. So number one, you should wake up with the appreciation, okay, of the fact that you have the ability to go ahead and, work on yourself and become a better person. Okay. Number two, exercise. Exercise is so important, man. You
You
release
really?
bad toxins, okay? Your blood get flowing, okay? And you know what the main thing your blood does? It brings oxygen, okay? You know what oxygen does? It fuels the body. Oxygen and blood, you really need that. And when it flows more, okay, you get to wake up. It releases those good endorphins into the bloodstream, and feeds your brain those things that make you feel good. Okay, that runner's high, you never heard runner's high? That comes from exercise because the chemicals that are released into your body, it makes you feel good. Exercise brings that. Okay, and obviously that'll make you feel good when you have that great energy to go ahead and tackle your day and become great. All right. The third thing you should do is schedule your day. Okay. A lot of people think, oh, I got a schedule. I gotta be at work at 8 o'clock. Blah blah blah. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Okay. That's not you scheduling your day. That's your job scheduling your day.
You better believe
You,
it.
you know what I mean? You need to schedule your day. Obviously around your job, because we all gotta work, okay? You gotta get money, right? But there's time outside of those 8 hours or however long you work, that's free time. All right. You need to schedule whatever it is, all right, to for personal development. You're gonna find that you're gonna start getting more things done if you actually go ahead and schedule your day. And if you want to go a step further, set an alarm for those things. Like put a time on it. My girl taught me that, yo, because I
Mm-hmm.
had a lot of things I wanted to do. I was a lot of things I was like, man, I always had
I
these
love
ideas, ideas,
Tina.
ideas. And so and she was just like, okay, so like, do you have a deadline for those things? And I'm like, no, I just want to do it. And she's like, she let me know, like, yo, if you don't ever put a time limit on it, you're usually not gonna reach it because you don't have a deadline. You're not putting the pressure on yourself. Like she told you, pressure make diamonds, right? You want to make yourself into a diamond, you gotta put some pressure on yourself. Put a time on it. Where you like, dang, I wanted to get this done in 3 months. So then you're like, all right, so then you're gonna hop on it because now you got a time on it and not just an idea. Okay. An idea or even skill. Let's just say skill without works, you ain't doing nothing. You gotta work. Okay. Work actually beats skill. Okay. But if you got the skill and you ain't doing nothing with it, you ain't doing nothing. Right. But if someone who don't got the skill, but they keep working at it, guess what's gonna come? That skill, because you keep doing something, you're gonna get better and better and better at it. All right. So you can do this stuff in the morning, schedule your day, exercise. Thank God for waking up and the ability for doing that. Okay. A fourth thing you can do, a lot of prominent people do, is just whatever it is to you, be able to quiet your mind. Okay, because your mind all day is ping, 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 back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay, when your mind is doing all that running, 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 you're not able to really absorb anything because you're steadily
Woo!
putting out. You're steadily putting out, steadily putting out. All right, doing personal development time is the time when you need to just quiet your mind, just be okay with the moment, and then your creative juices get to flow. You get to come up with these new ideas because your mind ain't steadily going back and forth, hell and all the stimulus is of the world. You actually can quiet your mind and get more creative and come up with these great ideas. And then go ahead and boom and bust it out. I don't know, in the other days when doing your personal development time, you got the idea, then you can work on that idea, make it manifest and become great and become rich or whatever you want to do, yo. You can get it done. You just got to schedule that time for yourself and be great. That's it. What you got to say?
Oh my goodness. I agree with so much. First, let me say hi to Rachel. Hey, Will. Hey, Albert. So glad to have everybody. Now, yes, I agree. I want to add to the working out because you got to work out because a stagnant body, I don't know why people think that things are going to come to them. So I'm just going to just be chilling in the house, just chilling. And everything just gonna come to me. But I have all these thoughts in my mind of what I want to do, but I'm just chilling every day. Just look, y'all I even got my feet up. Y'all can't see that part. Have my feet up. I'm just that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to work. On my schedule. Everybody's schedule different, but on my schedule, I'm just gonna come home and just chill. A stagnant body stays stagnant. That's scientifically proven. So if you coming home chilling every day, or whatever you doing, drinking, smoking weed, um, chilling, watching TV. Ooh, that TV. Don't get me wrong. I like a little TV. I record some things, but I just can't sit in front of it every day, all day, because then I'm not moving. Get rid of the TV, because I did that for 7 months, and it was a great lesson for me. Get rid of the TV. Um,
Ooh.
what's up, Zay? Hey,
Yeah, we
Auntie.
got Auntie Irma up in here. We got yeah, Zay in the
Yeah.
building. Ooh, let me just touch on what you just said though too.
Okay.
So a stagnant body, all right. I'm gonna be honest with you. It don't even stay stagnant. It don't stay stagnant. Nothing, honestly, nothing stays stagnant. Okay. Anything that requires maintenance has a property. About to get scientific on y'all. Has a
Mm-hmm.
property that's called entropy. That's entropy. Entropy means that everything in the world, if you don't maintain it, it degrades. It gets worse. Okay. So honestly, a stagnant body is steadily getting worse. Let me give you an example. Someone that's like bedridden, they don't get to get up out of bed. They just have to lay there. Do you
Mm-hmm.
know every day they lose like I think it's 2% of their mass, of their muscle mass.
Muscle
To the
man.
point where if they lay there for so long, they won't even be able to get up. So a stagnant body is worse than being neutral. You're actually going down. You're doing negative things to yourself by staying stagnant. All right. The stagnant, you ain't staying there. You're going down, bro. It's called entropy. Y'all look it up. Everything in the world requires maintenance. If you don't maintain it, you're gonna slowly lose it. And that's everything in the whole wide world.
And you
Right?
think your body is exempt to that? Huh. Your body's the first
Mm-mm.
thing to go. Your body needs so much maintenance. Like it needs all these things. It's gotta have the right foods in it. It has to have the right movements going on. Like you think your body is exempt to that? Like your
Mm-mm.
body is gonna be the first to go. Like you said, everything needs maintenance, and if you don't
Everything.
maintain your body, that's the first thing that's gonna go.
All day. All day.
The
What up,
first thing.
Mel?
I know. Let me see who. Okay. Hi, Karen. Hey, Asia. Aunt Karen said, keep her in prayer. We'll definitely do that. We definitely
Yeah,
pray too.
definitely.
And I keep a pen and pad and I write names down for prayer because that's something that I do. She said that something about going to the hospital, and she said that my granny is 80 now, and we're gonna keep her in prayer too. So we're gonna pray for my auntie Karen and my granny Margie.
Mm-hmm.
Nikki said, Nikki talking about my teeth. Thank you. It's my dentist gives me, but bullet point. So we're gonna move to the next bullet point because I
Oh,
know
let me
this
say
is a
something else
deep
real
one.
quick.
No, go
Oh,
ahead.
my bad.
Go ahead.
Yo, let me tell you one thing y'all should stop doing. Okay? A lot of people wake up, first thing they do, turn on the news. Turn on the news. Dang.
Don't do it.
Let me tell you. Yeah. Let me ask you something. When the last time you saw something that was like really great on the news? They may show that one thing that's okay, but guess what's coming after that? 30 bad things. 30 bad things. You starting your day already on a bad note. All you know is there's an earthquake over there. They trying to someone got killed over there. It's a fire going on over here. It's all negative. And you know why they doing that? Because that type of emotion that they drag from you, that sells. People actually, even though it's bad for you, I don't know, it brings an emotion that people want to see it. But they don't really, but you're really doing yourself a harm. You really are, because the stuff you keep on putting into your body is the same stuff you're gonna put out. It's the law of attraction, to be honest. The law of attraction is crazy. I need to look that up too. Because the same stuff that you put in is what you're gonna get out. So if you keep on putting in stressful things, all you see is stressful things and things that ain't good and good, that's what you're gonna get. That's what you're gonna get, yo. And not only that, when you stress your body out, right, and you keep on saying things like that every morning, think about this. Every morning you turn on the news, your body starts to emit this chemical. It's called cortisol. Okay, cortisol it's bad for you, but it will admit it. If you keep giving your body that stress in the morning, first thing you get is cortisol. You know what cortisol does? Yo, number one, it's called a stress chemical, but it promotes fat. Yo, your body will literally start to store fat in the spots where you don't want it, right around that tire area.
Oh, you
Okay?
spacing
It will
out.
do that. Cortisol does that to you. You wanna know? Oh, can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yeah, you back. Yep, you back.
Bye, yeah. I'll tell y'all, cortisol, okay? When your body gets
Yes,
stressed
it's
and you watching
crazy
that news and
how
it's stressing you every day, oh,
it's
go ahead.
crazy how me and my cousin are so aligned energies because I am a firm believer of no, I'm not watching the news. I'm a firm believer of not feeding my brain negativity, even if it comes down to I'm
Mhm.
about to get in y'all seats. I'm about to get in y'all seats right now. Even when it comes
Yeah,
down to your friends, your family, they want to talk about negative stuff all day. They want to call you and talk to you for hours about negative things. um, at
mhm.
some point, I space it out. I'm just gonna be honest. So, all my family and friends who on here, sorry, because and I'll try to talk to them. Don't get me wrong, because we talked about this in communication, and we talked about this in love. I love people right where they are, and I'm not judging them. But the things that I like to feed in my brain, and it works the same thing with what I eat. The things I like to feed in my body and the things I like to feed in my brain is positive. Because, and I
Mm-hmm.
surround myself around positive people. I love that because it brings the positive out of me. I don't want to hear the negative stuff for hours. Like if you call
Mm-hmm.
me and you stressing and you need some uplifting, please do. Because I'm gonna be that for you. But if you wanna rant and complain for 2, 3 hours, I'm just not feeling that.
Can't.
It
Yeah, that's too
reminds me
much
of the
negativity.
news. Like I'm just listening
Mm-hmm.
instead of watching the news. I'm just listening to a whole bunch of negativity. But I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the people close to me, they know that I am definitely gonna try to reroute. I can't make you reconstruct your mental abilities, right? But I'm definitely
Mm-hmm.
gonna try to give you what I can to let you know that there's a positive side of everything. And
Yep.
think about this: how many times have y'all been through some things in y'all life? Just think about that for 1 second. How many times have you been through something bad in your life? Let's put it that way. And then how many times, which is probably every time, did you overcome it? Did you come out of it? You was probably depressed, you was crying, you was balled up in a room, and then whether it was a month, 2 months, a week, a year, how many times have you came out of it? Like we put too much emphasis on when we going through something on the negative part of it, when we should actually be focusing on our way out. And if we do that, the out comes a lot quicker. And that all comes
Mm-hmm.
with personal growth. And that all comes with a
Yeah.
positive mindset about the situation you go through.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell y'all,
Yeah.
and I'm very vulnerable on here. My cousin know, and y'all know, because I'm telling y'all about life things that taught me to be the way that I am.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I remember lived in a house 7 years, rented it 7 years, almost basically raised my kids there. Um, the landlord decided he didn't want to have none of his properties. He had about 9 different houses right in the neighborhood. He sold them to investors. They was like, "Oh, we're not gonna make y'all move." My neighbor was one of another house that he owned, and we both was talking about it. Like, "Oh, they're not gonna make us move." 2 years. Oh, they got their money back in them 2 years. Let me just say, because I'm thinking about how much I was paying in rent, like 1,200 times 12 times 2 years. Oh, whatever they spent, they got their money back, and that's just one property, right? We talking about 9, right? And one of them was a commercial property. Anyway, they told everybody in those properties they got to get out. They gave them 30 days. I'm like, are you serious? Like, I've been here for 7 years. Like, I raised my children in this home. And I got to move for no reason? And I'm calling them, the management company that was running, like, well, what did I do? Well, why? Why? And then she's just like, I'm going to be honest with you. They just want to renovate. It has nothing to do with you. You ain't did nothing. Okay. That's the first part. Second part, not even 14 days, not even 2 weeks later, I got fired. So I don't know where I'm going to live. I'm thinking, cool, I'm going to work. I'm about to find me a place. I'm good. Got fired. And not only that, we don't like to bring controversial things. I'm just going to say that really there was no reason. And let me just say that I fought it because there was no reason for me to be fired. Let me just say I won. Let me just say that. Because I wasn't going to give up because I know I didn't do anything to be fired. But I'll just leave that at that. And so now I have no place to stay and I have no money. Well, I maybe got a check or two coming. You know what I mean? But I have
Mm-hmm.
no income.
Yep.
But at that point in my life, this was strong. I could have mourned that. I could have been in depression. I could have been like, what am I going to do? I'm going to go live with
Mm-hmm.
somebody. I don't know how I'm going to make it through this. But my mind was so strong. My personal growth was so strong, y'all, that I was
Mm-hmm.
like, that's okay. Let me write it down. What I got to do? I got to get a job. I got to find a place to stay. Let's go. What we got to do. Because it wasn't that I was
Positivity.
focusing on the negative. I wasn't focusing on what was happening to me. I was focusing on the next step.
Yep.
That's
The
personal growth.
solution. The solution.
The solution.
That's what you
The
need.
solution.
I was just about to say
That's
that.
personal growth. And
Mm-hmm.
the way it works, and that's the law of attraction that my cousin talked about,
Mm-hmm.
and I am a firm believer of the law of attraction. When you believe and you focus on something, it's going to happen. And you put
That's what it
action
is.
behind it,
Yep.
it's going to happen. And that's
Yes.
exactly what I focused on. Next thing you know, job, less than 2 weeks. Right before, and I got my checks from the old job and found a place. No evictions. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I was able to move in. You can't transfer electricity without making sure it's paid at that house to that house. I was able to move in with everything.
Mm-hmm.
The way God worked and the way a positive man worked, I had my son friend. His father had friends, and they wind up getting a U-Haul, moving everything in the house to the new house. Just
Mm-hmm.
offered, just offered because I was good friends with them, and our kids are good friends. He
Mm-hmm.
paid for the U-Haul, got all his friends, a whole bunch of men just to move the stuff. I didn't even have to think. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't have to do anything. And I had 2 days in between having to leave there and come here. And guess what? They got a mansion and they put me up in my own room for 2 days and my son in his own room for 2 days. You see what I'm saying? Like, and I know it only has something to do with my mental strength. But
Yep.
believe when you're on that type of high, when your mind, when you are very positive minded and your strength in
Positive.
your mind is on a very high level, believe me, people are going to try to break you.
Ooh. Ooh wee. Let me get
Things are going
scientific
to
on that.
happen to you
Mm,
to see if you're going to
mm-hmm.
react to it, or if
Mm-hmm.
they can pull you down from that high.
Yes, ma'am. Now, let me add to that. Okay, I'm gonna bring in science into this. Okay, that's why I'm the champagne doctor, man. Listen, you know that your body has electricity. That's actually how your muscles move. Your brain emits a wavelength of frequency to your muscles to make them contract. Okay. Now, what that means is that your brain has the ability to emit a frequency, okay, a wavelength. All right. So when you think positive things, there's a certain wavelength or a certain frequency that is emitted that will manifest in your life. Okay. When you have positive thoughts, okay, those thoughts become things at some point. All right. Now, when you study thinking about the negative thought, like you ever like keep worrying about, man, I don't want to be late, or I don't want this, or I don't want that, and all that stuff is what the heck keep coming to you. That's because in your head, all you're thinking about is what you don't want, what you don't want, what you don't want. What you really should be saying is what you do want. Think about the positive part of it because every negative has an opposite side, which is the positive. So if you can say what you don't want, you have the ability to say what you do want. It's just the other side of the coin. Just flip that bit. That's all you got to do, right? So don't be saying, "Oh man, I don't want to be late. Man, I don't want to be late. I don't want to be late." How about, man, I'm about to go ahead and set this alarm and get some good sleep so I can be on
I'll be
time.
on time. I
That's
know that's
it.
right.
And guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna
You
set
gonna
that
be on.
alarm. You're gonna get you some good sleep, and you're gonna be on time. You're gonna be awake, gonna be energetic because you got good sleep. Now your day's starting great. Now everything's going great all day. You ever started your day bad, and then the whole day just bad things keep happening? It's because that's the
That's because
wavelength
their
that you.
mentality be like, oh, my day
Yeah.
started off bad.
And then you keep that in your head, and so then bad things keep happening. When really there's things you can do to actually switch your wavelength, to switch your mind of thinking. Like if something I mean, bad things happen sometimes, right? But you don't gotta
Right.
focus on that. You don't gotta focus on that. Like listen to a great song. Okay. I think did we talk about music before? I don't know if I preached it to y'all before. But,
Ooh, music will
but
change
yo,
the game, baby.
Yo, music will instantly change how you feel. Like if you ever feeling bad, this is something I use personally. If you ever feeling bad or having bad thoughts, sing a song, bro. Sing a song. Do you know the two cannot exist together? You cannot sing and be mad. You can't. Because if you mad and you start singing, you either gonna stop singing and continue being mad, or if you keep singing, by the time you're done, you like, dang, I'm not mad no more.
Right. Pick the right song, cause you don't want
Exactly.
to like,
Obviously.
ooh, get out the way. Like you don't want the
Well,
wrong.
see, well, I'm talking about singing. I ain't talking about rapping.
Okay,
I ain't
okay,
talking about crunk. I'm talking about
yeah,
singing, like
yeah,
melodies and stuff. Good,
yeah.
yeah. That
My
that has a
favorite
frequency
music
too.
is like R&B love songs and gospel. And I think that's why, because I'm so like on the motivative, positive mind thing that it reminds me, R&B love songs remind me of love, happiness,
Hmm.
us growing up playing double dutch. Well, you weren't playing double. You was probably, out there playing
You
basketball
see,
and football
you
and
see,
street.
you tripping,
But
you tripping. I know how to jump double dutch because the girls in front of grandma yards be jumping, and
oh,
I
we used to
wanted
get
to
it.
talk to the girls, so then I learned how to jump double dutch. So I know how
Right.
to turn and all. I'm telling you.
Oh, that's what's up. But yeah, like
What you
those,
mean?
like that music remind me of all happy times. So it usually always make me happy, and it's my favorite. And gospel music is just so uplifting, and it just always lets you know you have purpose and hope. Like it's just amazing, and I love
Yeah,
singing too. You know that. Okay, let's see. So it's time to bring the people in because we
yeah, yeah,
we was on some deep stuff. We was feeling ourselves for a second,
yeah.
but
We had a lot to say
learning
about this.
cousins, and all y'all are cousins. Well,
Oh,
I got
y'all,
some
okay.
aunties in here, and even my mom in here, and my sister, some siblings, my brother. But
Mhm.
um, we definitely want to keep you guys involved. So let's see. Zay said, my three steps are prayer, exercise, and water. I like those. I like
Bye,
those. I
y'all.
can get a little deeper with them, but I like those.
Hmm.
Um, Auntie Irma said you need to do things to strengthen your mind. You need water, food, movement for the body.
Yeah,
Guaranteed. 100%. Mama said, Amen. Let's see. The law of attraction is real. Auntie Irma said. Zay said, well, I don't know what he meant by that, but cricket mode activated.
oh, cause he tried to roast me because when my phone started acting up, he tried like I got a cricket. You know
Oh,
what a
he was
cricket
hating
is?
on you.
Yeah, I see you,
Okay,
cuz.
I
Listen,
got
we was
that.
right here. I see you. Hmm.
Auntie Irma said, say that, Ruthie. Um, I always, well, I think she meant to put always ask, is this conversation going to be
Gonna
positive?
be
If not, I
positive.
can't. She
I
talking
can't
about
do
being,
it.
I was talking about the phone calls and people. Yeah, yeah, let's keep it on a high note and a positive note.
Hmm.
Devin said growth is always cutting up friends. That's real. Like, I ain't going to lie. Like, I mean, I
Okay.
got people that I thought would be friends with me for life, and they are not necessarily in my life. I still love them because I love them where they are, but we kind of grew apart because, I'm kind of going in one direction and they just kind of stagnant. I guess I could use that word again.
Yeah, it
Um,
happens.
let's say Timpson on here. Hey, Arthur, my son. And then Zay said, well, what about loyalty? Loyalty with personal growth? Well,
Well, no, I think he's talking about. I think he's answering Devin because Devin said sometimes you got to cut off your friends. It's not for you. And so, so he's saying like, yo, what about loyalty? But yo, you ever heard of the term loyal to a fault? You can be loyal to a fault, bro. It can
yeah,
really hurt you. So
yeah.
you gotta sometimes you gotta be loyal if it works, but sometimes you gotta cut them off, bro, because sometimes you being loyal and they ain't being loyal. I mean, it's a 50-50 street, bro. It's really gonna hurt you in the end. So you gotta take care of yourself in order to take care of others. You know what I mean? So don't
Yeah,
be
you
loyal to
got
a
to be
fault, though.
careful with that. I
Hmm.
definitely believe in loyalty, but it's not going to be to the expense of me or my freedom or my children. You know what I mean, or my
Family.
family or
Hmm.
whatever. Like, no,
Hmm.
it's just not going to happen. It's definitely not going to be my mental. And I said this to friends before, and I'll say it again. Well, first, let me uh well, I don't necessarily need to apologize because y'all know my voice. When I get passionate, I'm not yelling at y'all. I just want to let y'all know that I'm a very passionate person, and sometimes when I'm
Ain't nothing wrong
expressing
with that.
myself, my voice escalates. Let me just say that. But I'm very big on loyalty, but one thing that I have to be loyal to is to myself, right? And I've said this
First.
before. If my mama, and I love you, mama, I know you on here, was a negative Nettie, like if she was somebody bringing me negativity every day, I would have to love my mother from a distance. And I don't just mean my mother, my parents in general. My dad and my mom are like my best friends, and both of them, will have to get some distance. If so, that's just telling you the severity of it, of my happiness and my personal growth. The
Hmm.
severity of it. Not that, they do that because they definitely don't. They are amazing parents. They give me great advice. I love them. But if they were bringing me negativity, and I know that there are some parents out there that do that, if that was happening, I would have to distance myself because my personal growth is way more important than being my parents' best friend. I'm just gonna be honest, because that's one thing that is within me, and I can take control of that. Um, Hi Linda. Hey, I saw my son on here. Hi
Mhm.
Tiff.
Hey,
Look at
listen, I
Tiff.
like
Okay.
anyone named Linda. Cause I could be like, Linda, listen, Linda, come on, Linda,
Listen,
Linda, listen, but
listen,
Linda,
Linda.
listen. I
Listen,
don't know
Linda.
why I just like that. Listen, Linda, Linda, come on.
That little boy was too cute. Let's see. Irma said, and I'm probably like, oh, I'm not that far behind. Okay. Do y'all know that you vibrate just like the earth? So if you're vibrating positive thoughts, you will receive the positive. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That's a part of the law of attraction right there.
Nikki asking, what was my BF name? Nikki, I'm not about to be blasting people out. I would blast myself and I would be
Hmm.
vulnerable to giving my own stories. But
Hmm. I ain't
but
giving no
I can
names.
sit with you and talk about that on a personal tip, but not on here. Um, Devin said you can be loyal from a distance. True, because the love don't really change. Just like you can
Hmm.
love from a distance when it comes to friends, family, and foes. And Mama said, "Thank God I am a positive person." LOL. She talked about
Amen.
me putting my parents on blast. Okay, I got some more bullet points. And I know we probably going past the time, but y'all, y'all, we in it to win it, right? We learning. This is important. This is very important, and
All
we
right,
learning,
booyah.
living and learning tonight. Um, this is a bullet point that I got from my sister Rhonda. If you're still on there, I know she at work, so it's probably hard for her. But she said, and I totally agree with it, and that's why I jotted it down. But she said, "Don't beat yourself up during your journey." I wanted to hit on that because everybody think that everything in life is a sprint. That, oh, you got to change tomorrow. Oh, you going to do this tomorrow. Oh, yeah, I'm going to do everything in 2 hours, right? But really, life is a journey. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. That's a saying that I do love, and I actually have it on my computer at work. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. Everything that has something to do with life, it's gonna take its journeys, its hills, its valleys, ups. Imagine going down the valley, so you hitting down to the ground, then you gotta dig yourself back up, and you may have to go to the top and then come back down. Like that is a journey. Like life is a journey. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Everything that we
Mhm.
learn, it's a journey. Don't beat yourself up because you did something that probably felt like a failure. Actually, without failure, you don't learn, you don't grow. That's
Mhm.
just, you know what I mean? Be honest about that.
Mhm.
But don't beat yourself up because I talk about a lot of things that went on in my past that actually taught me how to grow as a person. But um, there was times that I did beat myself up. That's because I didn't know any better. I didn't have the mental growth that I do now. I didn't have the personal development that I do now and the personal growth that I do now. And I would beat myself up and I would like really like fall into depression because I was like, wow, this person, that person, this person. Don't worry about what others say or think because every day is you versus you. And the journey never ends until it's our time to go to heaven. What do you think
Mhm.
about that, Champagne?
Yeah, man. I mean, you're gonna fail, bro. You're gonna fail. So to beat yourself up for failing is like punishing yourself for living. That's crazy. When you live, you're gonna fail. Failure is what propels you to your wins and your successes. You're gonna fail. Think about how many times, y'all got kids, I'm sure you do. How many times did they fall before they figured out how to walk? And ain't walking a beautiful thing? Come on, you ain't gonna hit your kids because they keep on falling. No,
Right.
you're gonna let them figure it out so they can start walking. It's the same thing with life, man. We gonna fall. The main thing is how many times you gonna get up. That's the main thing. Don't worry about the fall. Don't focus on the fact that you fell. Focus on what you're gonna do next time to maybe not fall, or focus on how you're gonna get back up and go higher. That's what you should focus on. Okay. So don't beat yourself up like, man, I'm so stupid. I can't believe I failed.
Mhm.
Man, blah 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 blah. It's
Right.
all just noise. It's all just hoopla. It's all whack. You don't need that. Okay. So failure is a part of life, and you should accept it. Now, when you start failing, doing the same thing over and over again, then yeah, something's going on because you can't keep doing the same thing expecting a different result. That's actually the definition of insanity. Okay, so don't go insane. Obviously, doing the same thing and keep on failing, but you should learn from your mistakes. That way, you can learn what not to do, like I told you before, and that's gonna bring you to that higher level. Okay, that's gonna bring you to your growth because you gotta fail. You gotta fail. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you do.
Um, I had something else I was gonna say, but I forgot what it was. But that's all right. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, you gotta cut me off. You know me, especially about this topic. You know how I feel about this. You gotta cut me off sometimes. Like, hey, cuz I'm thinking about something. Okay.
Okay, you good.
um, very important. Bullet points. I actually put a star by. You have to be a person that is willing to accept and acknowledge that you have issues. Hey, yeah, I'm the first to say I have issues. If I didn't acknowledge that, how can I grow? Answer that question. If you can't acknowledge your issues, how can you grow? Ain't nothing wrong with me. It's that person. It's that person. I'm just perfect. I'm just perfect. Ain't nothing wrong. Then how do you grow? How do you grow if you're perfect? Like, we weren't made perfect. We were made imperfect.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of that, just past Resurrection Sunday, I don't even like to say Easter no more. That's why Jesus died for us. Because he knew we were imperfect. He knew we were of the flesh. He knew we were sinners. That's why he died for us. And I can go and start preaching because y'all know I can preach.
Mm-hmm.
But but I
So,
just want to throw that in there. Like, we knew this before the test
mm-hmm.
of time. Like,
Mm-hmm.
acknowledge that you have issues. The only way to work on them, and it's piece by piece, because as soon as I think I didn't got one and I didn't master working on that, it's something else. Like, it's
Always.
so it's piece by piece.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think about that? Like, the acknowledgement, the accepting that you have
Yeah.
issues. Like,
Yeah, of course. The only way you can change is to first recognize that you need to change. If you don't recognize you need to change, you ain't gonna try to change. So that means you ain't gonna change. And obviously, growth brings about change. Okay, like I don't know if you ever been to an AA meeting. I've never been to an AA meeting, but I know
I
about them.
have with the
Okay,
film.
what's the first thing they make you say? Hey, my name is Champagne. I'm an alcoholic. You got to say those two things before you start talking. That's acknowledging that you are something that you want to change. Like you got to acknowledge I'm an alcoholic before you stop being an alcoholic. You got to be like, dang, I got to stop drinking. But first, you got to know it within yourself. Dang, I'm an alcoholic. I need to change. They make you say that. So like, come on now. It's like I said, if you don't think you need change, you ain't gonna change. So you gotta acknowledge that fact first. Then you can move on to the other parts.
And stop judging people. I never really understood alcoholics, narcotics. Like, I didn't understand addicts, right? Because I just looked at it like, oh, like that's just bad. Like, it's horrible. But I have a family member, and I just want to praise her right now. 15 years clean, and she invited us to her 5-year clean anniversary.
Hey.
I know that's crazy, and I didn't know. I didn't have the education. I was ignorant to the fact of what an addict was, but I thank her so much because it taught me so much. Her inviting me to that, because I was able to actually get some insight on what it is, right? And now, like, I commend her so much. 15 years, that's a long time, y'all. And before, I think I may have been a little judgmental, but that was also before a lot of the personal and development and personal growth that I've done. And I was maybe a little judgmental because I didn't understand. But after that, I understood, like, that is an illness, and it's not okay to judge them in the midst of their illness. If you want to do anything, try to help them. Try to help them know
Mhm.
that it's a better day, it's a better way. So don't do that. And there's a couple other things. So I'm gonna do two more topics, and then we gonna get out of here, because we've been really hitting this. We've been hitting this hard.
Yeah,
So,
we been hitting this hard.
and I wanted to do a surprise, but I don't know. Let me see. I don't know if I can. At this point, is we kind of deep in with the
Hey,
time,
Shay
and
Shay.
we respect y'all time. We want to give y'all the information, but we want to respect the time. It's on a Tuesday night, and I don't want to take y'all too far in, right? But we're gonna hit two more bullet points on this topic. Um, you can't expect others to be you. So once you start developing that personal growth, right? Once you start doing better for yourself, thinking better for yourself, moving better for yourself, you can expect others to move in that same journey. Like, you can expect them to come with you. You may have to leave some people. What you think about that, Champagne?
Man, yo, I'm guilty of that. I'm guilty of that. That's one of the things I was definitely working on myself with my own personal growth because, and, and I don't necessarily 100% believe in horoscopes and things and zodiac signs, but my sign as a man, being a Cancer, we are notorious for if we know something, we think everyone else should know it also, and if they don't know it, we look at them like, "The heck's wrong with you? What are you stupid?" I don't say that, but I'm sure my connotation, the way I respond, has it written all up in it. For me, it's like common knowledge. Like, you don't know that, bro? Like, what are you doing? But I kind of just expect people to um have my experience because everyone's different. And like I told you in the beginning, some people can look at 12 people can look at the same thing and derive 12 different thoughts about that thing. So I can't just automatically think that they're gonna think like I think. So, that's something I've been actively working on. So you're 100%, correct with that. Um, everyone's different, We all have different experiences. We all have different journeys, which shows different things. So you're right. Don't automatically just expect someone to have something just because you have it, or to know it just because you have it, or to be on the same level. You might be a level lower than them. You might be a level higher. Either way, everyone's different, so you just have to accept them where they are, just like you said, and just work on yourself. Everyone should just work on themselves, and then, like you said, don't be judgmental. Just, roll the punches and try to love everybody and try to give positivity in the atmosphere so that you can get positivity back. Pretty much simple as that.
Yeah. Continue to work on yourself. Hi, Tish. So, one last thing, and this is just advice in speaking of personal growth, and we definitely want to know if Champagne have any other advice, and he gave four good ones in the beginning. So this is to help you work on yourself, help you to get personal growth and personal development. One is, um, I got you, Devin. One is make yourself a vision board. And what a vision board is you a lot of people do it with magazines and photos, right? So it'd be like a poster board, but you're putting on there your different goals and things that you want to accomplish, and you actually putting it up somewhere where you can see it every day. Another one is affirmations, and these are things
Hey,
that I use, and it actually works with me. And Champagne may have some others, and we're gonna have a surprise guest. It looks like trying to come in. We're gonna let him
who that is?
put
Who that is?
that's your cousin. Hey, Ashley.
Oh, my
So,
dog Reed in the building. What up, cuz?
hey. So, um, affirmations. I like to put them on. I use lipstick, but y'all can use dry erase
You
marker,
put it on the
especially for the
mirror.
men. Especially for the men. But put it up on your mirror. Affirmations are things that you want to work on, and usually I do about 3 to 4 on my mirror. Things that you want to work on every day, or possibly may want to accomplish every day or through time, but you put them up there and they may change. And so can your vision board change. Your vision board can change. Your affirmations can change in time because you start to accomplish things off of there, which actually opens up space for more because you, as long as you're growing mentally and you're developing, personally, those things are going to change because you're going to accomplish them
Mhm.
here and there. I love you too, Aunt Karen. And
Mhm.
you want to bring the special guest on now, or you want to give your uh, advice on some things that people can use to uh, toward personal growth and personal development, or you want to bring the special guest on?
Yeah, you can bring a special guest on because man, we might can even have a part two of this because there's so many bullet points we can talk about this. So
Like we
we could
did
just bring.
not finish tackling it. It's
We
true,
did, and
but
then
the
we
time
this is the longest episode we had so far,
is
and we
it?
still got way more to talk about with this. So we could just bring on our guests, and we can maybe come back to this another day, just like the sex topic. We come back to it. You feel me?
Okay. Yes. Yes, we definitely can. Okay. Wait a minute.
Hold up, wait a minute.
It's not letting me. Okay, we're gonna have to figure that part out, Devin. Sorry. So, anything you want to add to suggestions on working on personal growth and personal development before we get up out of here? Because I do smell burritos.
Hey, I smell burritos too. That mean it's a wrap. But yeah, one quick thing, yo, y'all should look up a movie. It's called The Secret.
I'm writing
Watch
that
it.
down, y'all.
The Secret.
And you think
Okay.
this gonna help the movie or give them some insight on what we were talking about tonight?
What? Listen, The Secret. Listen, definitely watch The Secret. It can change your life. And if you like books, you need to read a book called The Energy Bus. Read up on that.
I like
If you
that.
want some more books, I don't know if you okay if you like books. Bless you, sweetheart. Um, she
God
already
bless
decided.
you, cousin.
Thank you.
Yo, you can read also a book called The Art of Living, a book called The Alchemist, a book called Ask and Then It's Given. Those books will really help you. The movie called The Secret. And if you need some inspirational speakers, you can look up Zig Ziglar, Tony Robbins, Les Brown, Edgar Tolle, Wayne Dollar. Okay, and if you
Eric
don't remember
Thomas.
those names,
Eric
who that?
Thomas. Yeah, I know all those names actually, and all
There
those
you go.
books, and I have more books. I didn't write them all down, but yes, yes,
Personal growth,
yes. I,
man. Just
I
for the
do. I know all those names because I do it every morning. So I'm all those names that yes, I've listened to them
hmm
all.
That's for the cousins though. They may not know who that is. So if you don't remember those names, you can just rewind this. You know what I mean? Go and watch it and look those people up, bro. They can really help change your life. If you I don't know in a rut, stuff ain't working out for you, you need to change your thoughts. You need to change your wavelength, the stuff you put into the atmosphere. You got to change it. You got to, like I said, flip that coin. Stop worrying about the negative. Focus on the solutions. Then you'll start
Yeah.
seeing progress. You'll start seeing positivity. You'll start seeing good things come your way. I mean, I got so many third person stories about people that it changed their life, man. Like, but boom, The Secret. The movie called The Secret. It's on Netflix too. If you got Netflix, The Secret. Look that movie up.
I don't
Matter of
know.
fact, I'm gonna make wifey watch that
So that may be
with
my
me.
homework for me because remember, personal growth and personal development is ongoing. It never stops. Yes, a part two, we will put that on our list because this is just, first of all, it's huge about why we doing this. We want to give back to people what we've learned, and we want to live and learn while we're giving back. So, personal growth is just a huge thing, and we will do a part two. I do see the comments saying that
Okay.
the part two, and Irma said, Nate, if you keep on, it's gonna change your mind about waiting on.
This God in the sky. We're gonna talk about that later, Auntie. I see what you're saying. We're gonna talk about this.
That's something else we need to talk about. So,
That's
I
something else.
burritos. That means it's a wrap.
It's
We
a wrap.
with y'all every Tuesday night, 6 p.m.
Yes.
Arizona time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. Living
All
in
day.
cousins, we keep it real lit, real life, real issues, real talk.
Real talk.
I love you guys.
All right, y'all. Y'all be easy.